Hello and welcome to Soda Tasting, an online show dedicated to soda reviews and appreciation. I'm Patrick O'Keefe. What's this? It's a new prop. And that means that we're going to do something totally different today on Soda Tasting. Not a review, not even a blind tasting, but something I'd like to call soda mixing. Down in Atlanta, Georgia, where the Coca-Cola company is headquartered, they have the World of Coca-Cola. Now, this is a magical place. And the tour concludes with the tasting room, which is this room where you can taste, what was it, like something like 80 different sodas, Coke products from around the world. And, you know, when Coca-Cola Freestyle came out, of course, they have that there too. So Freestyle has, 80, 100, I don't even know how many flavors in it. But then you get all these international flavors as well. And you can stay there for as long as you want, try all the sodas. And inevitably, what happens, and this is true at like fountain soda machines at restaurants and, has been true for a very long time, even in cans and bottles, is people will mix sodas. And so you'll do that, and, most of the time, what you mix won't be pleasant. You won't like it. It won't be any better than just the two things by themselves. But once in a while, you strike something, you find something that you really like that is interesting or unique in some way. And I think that's the inspiration for soda mixing. And I don't know how often we're going to do these. We may not do any more if you don't like them. I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments on sodatasting.com and on YouTube. But we're going to try today. And one of the things that I did at the World of Coca-Cola, I tried to mix different variations of Coke. Obviously with the Freestyle machines, they've introduced more flavors that are easier to access and more easier to access than ever before. Beyond just Coca-Cola and Coca-Cola Cherry, you have You have Cherry Vanilla, you have Raspberry, you have Orange, you have, there's a couple others too, I think. And, you get these other variations of Coke, and the fruit stuff starts you thinking, right? It's like, well, what about other fruits? Like, what could you do with this? And at the World of Coke, they have a watermelon soda. I forget the name of it, I forget where it's from, but they have the watermelon soda. And I inevitably mixed Coca-Cola with this watermelon soda. And I liked it. And I refer to it as watermelon Coke. And that's what we're going to explore today. Now, I don't have that international Coke flavored watermelon soda, but I do have Wawa Watermelon, which comes from Wawa, which is a convenience store chain in the US. And I reviewed that on a previous episode of Soda Tasting. And I have, of course, Coca-Cola. And I have my blender. So, of course, this is part theatrics, but why don't we give it a try? Now, I don't know what the specific mix was. I want to say it was maybe 1 part watermelon to 2 parts Coca-Cola Classic. So, let's pour some in this blender here. That looks like 1 part. And that seems like about 2 parts Coke. Why not? Now, these are both high fructose corn syrup sodas. Caffeine-wise, Wawa Watermelon is caffeine-free. Coke has 34 milligrams per 12 ounces. Calorie-wise, Coca-Cola has 140. Wawa Watermelon has 180. Not that you're curious about that if you're mixing sodas. So let's put the lid on here, right? And let's let this mix. Oh! I should have expected that with carbonated water. But it did not spill any, so that's a miracle. Now, let's see. I mean, it smells like a watermelon Coke would smell. So let's just pour this into my cup here. Oh boy. Okay, let's throw an ice cube in here. Now let's take a taste. I'm not going to spit that first taste. Yeah, I mean, I like this as a variant of Coke. And not that they need to produce this by any means, although it would be fun to see it as a limited edition flavor. But I think if you like watermelon sodas and you like Coke, I think there's an option there to do this sort of thing, to play around with Coke. And I'm going to add, it seemed a little heavy on the watermelon, so I'm going to add a little more Coke in there. And I think that's better, and I think it's interesting. I would like to try it with the other watermelon flavor from the World of Coke and see how that compares, because it does taste a little different. The Wawa Watermelon has a little different watermelon flavor, but this was the most accessible watermelon soda for me personally, where I live. And I like watermelon Coke. I like the idea of it. Now, rating it, I went back and forth. Do I want to rate it? It's not a real thing. It's a curiosity more than anything else. You can't go buy this, right? I mean, you can buy the products easy enough, and you can mix it, but it's not something that you can go buy off the shelves. But why not? I'll throw a rating out there. The rating that I'm going to give Watermelon Coke is a 4 out of 5. I don't like it as much as regular Coke, as much as cherry Coke, whatever, but I do think it's kind of neat to play with the soda and see what flavors you can come up with. It could be Pepsi, watermelon Pepsi. Why not? Whatever you drink, watermelon, that cola, whatever cola you prefer, give it a shot. And you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to see this idea turn into is I'd love to hear what you like to mix together. What soda mixes have you created that you thought, that's excellent, I love that, and I'm going to drink it again. That way you tell me, and I can get those sodas, mix them here on the show, and see if I like them too. And I think that would be a lot of fun. So let me know what you like to mix together in the comments on YouTube or on sodatasting.com. Also, let me know, what you think about the concept of soda mixing. Do you like it? Do you want me to do more? What you tell me, the feedback I get from you will definitely impact whether or not I continue to do it and what flavors I continue to mix in the future. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you'd like to, please subscribe to receive every show automatically via YouTube, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, RSS, or email. You can find links to all those options at sodatasting.com. As always, everything in moderation, even mixing. Thank you for watching.